Okay, this is lesson 1. So, let's just go over what all the drums are called. Again, if you remember bass drum, the bass drum is the one you play with your foot. That's on the bottom, right? This one right here in the middle, the loud one, that's your snare drum. Now these two up here, those are called toms. And this one down to the side is called your floor tom. Now you probably know these things are called cymbals, as we've talked about, but they have different names. The one you play with your foot and you hold down with your foot, this one right here, that's called the hi-hat. The one on the right side of the kit, the one that goes ding, 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 is the ride cymbal. And finally, the one you hit and it goes crash, that's your crash cymbal. Okay, so that's the name of everything on the drum set. Now, to start off, like I was saying, what we're going to do is we're just going to play 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes on the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? The next thing we did was we played quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, on the snare drum. Then what we did was we put our bass drum on beat 1 and beat 3 and our snare on 2 and 4. So we went bass, snare, back and forth between the two. And that was like our first beat. The next thing we did was we doubled it up. We did 2 bass and then we did 2 snares. So the bass was on 1, 2. The snare was on 3. So if you put it together, you get okay? And then the last one on the first page is the bass is on 1, 2, the snare's on 3, and then we rest on beat 4, so we don't play. It's the We Will Rock You beat. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. A bit faster. Okay, cool. The next thing we did was we added our hi-hat. We use our right hand. We're going to put our right hand on the hi-hat, and we're going to play 8th notes. 8th notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the first example here, we have our bass drum on beats 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're keeping our hands steady with the 8th notes, and it sounded like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The next thing we did was we played the snare drum on 1, 2, 3, 4. So no bass drum, the snare's turn now. Our hands together, and the hi-hat still playing 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The next thing we did was we played the bass drum only on beat 1 and beat 3, okay? So it went like this. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The next example was the snare drum on beats 2 and beat 4, okay? 1 Then, our final thing we did, our rock groove, right? We put those last two examples together. So our bass drum was on 1 and 3, and our snare drum was on 2 and 4, and of course, we are playing eighth notes on the hi-hat. I'm going to start this off slow, play it a few times, and then we're going to pick it up. Let's do that a little bit faster now. And we'll go a little bit faster than that. And faster than that. Okay, so take it slow. I'm only playing it faster just to show you how it will sound at faster tempos. But start it off slow, play it over and over again until you feel comfortable with it. And once you feel comfortable, then start trying to play it faster, okay? And then finally, the last thing we had on the page there was the rudiments I wrote out. So we had the single stroke roll, which is just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Of course, that's your classic drum roll. We can play it a bit faster. The next thing I wrote out for you was the double stroke roll. And I was saying with the double stroke roll, we're not trying to go fast right away. What we're trying to do is we're trying to completely, get my hand out of the way of the microphone, completely lift our wrists, okay? We are trying to get full range of motion out of the wrist. So speed isn't important here. We just want to loosen up our wrists, learn to play from the wrist, and this will help us with speed later on. And then the last thing we had there was the paradiddle, which went right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. A bit faster. A bit faster than that. Okay, so remember with the rudiments, you don't have to practice them at the drum set. You can practice it on your lap, right? You don't even need drumsticks for that. You can use your hands. But practice those rudiments every day. They will help you develop your hands so we can start playing faster. Okay? We'll see you in the next lesson.